What's up, guys? Cheap Beast, aka Noah, back today bringing another video. This time I'm doing my top 5 hype sneakers for summer 2020. So we're just gonna do basically top 5 shoes that cost more than roughly $200 because, well, resale. We're gonna do over 200 resale just because everything on here you basically can't get anymore for retail, and if you do, that's really impressive. But yeah, so we're going to just go over the top 5 sneakers that I think would be great for summer 2020. I actually don't have, I have on my list, which I have in front of me already, I have 2 pairs of the 5, but they were the same pair, kind of. So I don't have any of these. I mean, obviously, a lot of them are really expensive. I didn't get them on when they dropped, except for one of them I got, but I sold them because I didn't actually like them at the time. So, and I know people really like them. So, with that, let's get started right into it. So at number 5, we have the Yeezy 700 V3. So right now, there's only 2 colorways for it. There's the all black one, and then there's the original one, which is white and black. I prefer the black one, just because I think it looks a little bit better, and it's also half the price of the other one because the other one was the first one. And the first one of Yeezys are always so much more expensive than the other ones. So I prefer that one. It retailed at $200, and obviously you're not going to get that for retail anymore. So resale on it, I just kind of went on StockX and just looked at the lowest price. I didn't check sizes because some sizes are a lot different than others. Like you can get my size, which is cheaper than size 10. But we just went with the lowest asking price, so that is $278. I'll have the listings on the screen. You guys have already probably seen that. But I think this is just a good looking sneaker. I kind of just want to, before I get the rest of the list, everything on here is a low top because I don't really wear high tops in the summer because I'm warm and I just always wear shorts, and I don't think shorts look good with high tops. So everything on here is a low top, and that's kind of how I went with it. So yeah, that's the Yeezy 700 V3 at number 5. At number 4, we have the Nike Dunk Low. I actually have an unboxing video of one of those. I will link it in the eye and in the description. So these retail at $100. Obviously, they're a low top, like all the shoes on the list. I had the off-white pine greens. So like I said, video in the description and in the eye. Those retail or resale for $380 plus, so I don't know, that's the lowest ask was $380. Those shoes came out a few months ago, right at the end of 2019, I think, right? Because that's when the video came out, because it was the biggest shoes I actually won on sneakers. So that was pretty cool. So that's one of the options I have for the Dunk Lows, and the other one I have is a recent release, is the Kentuckys. They come out with the Syracuse too. I like the Kentucky a lot more than the Syracuse, just because I like blue more than orange, and I don't think I wear too much orange. So those resell for about $215. So that's not actually too bad compared to some of the other shoes on the list. $215 is not terrible. The off-whites go for about $380. There's a few other colorways. I just wanted the pine green because I already had a video and I unboxed them and I got them in person. So they're pretty nice shoes. I don't know if I would wear them, but I know Dunks are really popular right now, and so people are kind of buying them. The prices have gone up a lot. So that's my number 4 spot, and it's a pretty decent shoe, and I know a lot of people are liking them now. So number 3, it is a release of last year, and this year I think they came out again. They came out for like a third time. They're the Nike LD Waffle Sakai's, or the Nike Sakai LD Waffle, whatever. So they came out again this year. I think they came out in like a nylon version, which the prices on those are not even close to the other ones. Those retailed for $160. I put 2 of them down for options. I like the white ones better. There's also the multicolor ones. There's the all black ones, the multicolor ones, and then the white ones. I like the white ones the best. The original all white ones, the Summits, they resell for about $345 plus, like I said, lowest price on StockX. And then the nylon versions go for around $215. So there's a huge difference there. I've never had these in hand, so I don't know what really like the full difference is, but I feel like the Summits obviously look a little bit nicer, and I don't know how I feel about the all nylon, but the price difference, if you just want the look, the nylon's a lot better, and they're only $215, like starting at $215. So not that bad. That's only $55 over retail. which is basically people just making a little bit of profit on them. So that was my number 3, the Nike Sacai LD Waffles. So coming in at number 2, this one's actually a little bit like number 4, but it's the Nike SB Dunk Lows, and I know there's a little bit of a difference. The SBs obviously stands for skateboard, so those Dunk Lows are a little different than the just plain Dunk Lows. So I put those on here at number 2 because I think those are a little bit more popular right now than just the plain Dunk Lows. And I think some of the SB Dunk Lows I like a little bit better than just the plain Dunks. The best ones, or pretty much the most expensive ones that's not true. The most expensive ones have come out recently are the Off-White Pine Greens for the Dunk Lows. But for the SB Dunk Lows, they've had the Travis Scotts and the Strangelove. I actually put the Strangelove on here because I think they're a really cool shoe. But those ones on this list, they are by far the most expensive shoe that you could get. They start at $700 at the lowest. I think they're really popular right now and people really like them. They were super limited too. They're a good looking shoe, just all pink. You guys can see them on the screen right now. So I really like them. I'm obviously not going to get them because that's a lot of money to spend on shoes. If I would have gone for retail, probably would have sold them too, because that's just a lot of money and I don't know how much I would have worn them. But for a cheaper alternative, still pretty expensive, I have the Ray Guns, the black ones. They start at $225, which isn't too bad. They retail for $100, so still was a huge difference in retail. You can probably find most of these shoes a different version, especially with the Dunks. You can find another version for a little bit cheaper than the one I'm suggesting, just because I picked kind of the most hype ones that you could possibly find. But yeah, the Strangeloves and the Ray Guns are probably the 2 favorite. I like the all white Ray Guns, but I didn't want to pick like another really expensive shoe, so I just went with the Strangelove and then the black Ray Gun. So that's my number 2, which is a pretty decent one. And I know a lot of people would put this at number 1. It's just my personal number 1 is kind of because it's my first summer with the shoes that I have. And yeah, so let's get right into number 1. So before I get into number 1, I actually want to go over one honorable mention. This is just kind of, I saw on StockX while I was looking up these shoes, and I thought it was a good one just to have because I don't know why people like it, and I think it looks all right. I've like grown to like it a little bit more, but it's really like nothing crazy, but I think it would be all right for the summer. Plus they're releasing more colorways of this style of shoe. It's coming back. It's not with the collab anymore, but it is the Nike Air Zoom, I don't know, Spiridian, something like that, Cage 2, the Stussy, the Fossil colorway. I don't know why. I think people like it, and it definitely, I thought it was just kind of like not sell at all, but people like it. They're releasing, like I said, more colorways of it just like next week, which is kind of crazy. But so I think that one somehow it fits in honorable mention. I just don't think it fits in the top 5 just because this colorway is a little different than the rest, and it's kind of just the one shoe, where the other ones I have multiple options, and I don't know if this one shoe would be able to beat anything on the top 5. So other than that, let's get right into number 1. So from my number 1, I picked the Yeezy 350 V2. If you guys can't tell right next to me, these are the 2 I picked up in the past since September, really, because that's when I started my YouTube channel. The Zebras are the ones I'm most excited for. That's the ones I put down. They retail for $220. You guys know Yeezys. They've been out for a really long time now. But since this is the first summer that I actually have owned Yeezys, I'm really excited about them, especially the Zebras. If you guys can tell, I've barely worn the Zebras so far. They have a little bit of wear on the bottom, but that's it. And then the Cloud Whites have actually seen a little bit of wear because I took them to Paris with me. So I did wear these a fair amount just because they're comfortable and not that bad to walk around. So the Yeezys 350 V2 is my number 1 shoe, basically just because this is the first year I've had them, and I know people have had them for forever, and they're just kind of my favorite. And they retail for $220, and resell them is probably like $250 plus, depending on which one you want. Both these ones go for $295 plus, but like my size, I think these were like $400, and I didn't really check these in my size just because I've never really looked them up, just because when I got them I knew I was keeping them. But there are plenty coming out more. Like Yeezys release probably like 1 a week at this point. So 350s come around. The linens just released, and those aren't bad. But I know there's stuff, and then like throughout the summer stuff will drop. So I know multiple of these will have other drops throughout the summer. I'm assuming the 700 V3s will. The The 350s obviously are going to have other ones, and the Dunks definitely will. I don't think the Sakai's are going to have any other drops recently as far as I know, but that's about it. Yeah, so 350s, the V2 are my favorite shoe that's going to be coming out for the summer. Definitely my favorite, and I plan on wearing these a ton. So yeah, other than that, guys, that was my top 5 for the hype shoes for summer 2020. So hope you guys like it. Let me know what you guys think of your top 5 shoes that you would like to pick up for the summer. And other than that, thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and yeah, hit that bell for notifications, and I'll see you guys later.